name's Philip O'Donnell, and my rank is Lieutenant Commander, U.S. Navy Reserve. The whole process started when I was a sophomore in college, and I was a philosophy major in college, and I felt a slow change within myself that I wanted to go from theoretical stuff of philosophy and all that to something more hands-on. And I don't know why, but I thought it would be nice to learn how to fly. Once I made that decision, the rest was a matter of applying for flight training. What I did then is I applied to the Navy and I got turned down. So I applied to the Marine Corps and got turned down. And I applied to the Air Force and got turned down. And I kept analyzing what's going on here, and I decided the reason was the U.S. Navy had not that much of a need for philosophers. They like a background in engineering, math, physics, something like that. So I graduated from college. I headed off to law school at Georgetown Law School in Washington, D.C., which at that time was one of the top 3 law schools in the United States. Don't ask me how I got in there, but I did. But I kept applying. And as far as I can tell, somebody just got tired of turning me down. And they got tired of the time having to let him in the door. So I remember I was studying my law school homework in my apartment in Washington, D.C., and I opened my mail, and it said, "We're happy to inform you," and that's all I needed to hear. And I remember closing the law books, putting it on the table, and letting out the loudest yahoo that I've ever done in my life. And shortly after that, I was on a plane. By the way, I was on a plane to learn to fly and to fly off an aircraft carrier, and I had never at that point been on an airplane, or I had never seen an ocean. So I had a steep mountain to climb. That was the story of how I got into naval aviation. I simply wanted to learn how to fly.